The coronavirus is a terrible situation, but it also provides a lot of opportunity to make money. However, Brock and I don't want to promote ripping people off by selling face masks for $50 a piece online. I think entrepreneurs in this situation have the ability to help, to provide the right products that people need and want in this situation. And yes, to charge a fair premium, but to not rip people off and too much exploit the situation. So being fair and being humane goes a long way. And I'm sure in the long run, this will pay off way more for you than ripping people off over the face masks. In general, in this video, I'm not going to focus on the stock market, but only anything related to Amazon. And also more so focus on existing businesses. And we have a separate video in the beginner section that gives some advice on what you could do if you don't have a business yet. So for those of you that already have a business, you're pretty much stuck with the product you have at this point. And unless you want to start sourcing a new product and maybe adding to your brand, or maybe you sell general products anyway, then there are still opportunities for you to utilize this situation. Recently, we have seen that since so much stuff is out of stock, people start buying other stuff and repurposing it to use in this scenario. So for example, people started buying swimming goggles to protect their eyes from the virus. So as a seller of swimming goggles, knowing that people are already doing this, you could give more people the idea that this is a potential solution. So take this into account in your advertising. And maybe people didn't get the idea yet that your product would be useful in this scenario. So rethink the purpose of your product. For example, if you're selling spray bottles for the garden, maybe those spray bottles could be used to disinfect areas in the home. You should also consider who you're selling to. Let's stick with the example of the spray bottle for the garden. Maybe you've been selling to people that do work in their garden, but you could also consider large companies are now cleaning their offices and they need to cover large surfaces. And those people need tons of supplies. So it would be an option for you to not only sell to your original customer, but shift your customer to businesses that now need spray bottles. So just try to think outside the box and adapt to the situation. Of course, this is not possible with every single product out there, but I'm sure you can come up with creative ways why people would need your product in this specific situation. And also consider the self-isolation. If you're selling games right now, it's a great time to sell because potentially people are about to be quarantined for a while. And what are they going to do if they are at home all day? But people might not be thinking about this yet. So you need to open their eyes and help them prepare. And I strongly urge you to do this in a positive manner and to not use fear to get people to buy your product. However, certain products we can't repurpose and the demand is just naturally going to fall in a time of crisis. For example, luxury products have a high likelihood of falling demand. If that is the case for you, go and check out the other video where we tell you about how to prepare your business for a time where you might not be making as many sales or where even your business might be fully closed. And if you think the demand for your product is going down and you have a lot of employees that are sitting idle, maybe consider sourcing some other product, coming up with some other idea, and maybe helping people in some way go through this crisis.